Deep fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence. Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane. After the fall, he'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side, pile on. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. Line and ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert. Feed it in. Matty Ray, a right-hand lay in and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One timer to Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right, and looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Good evening and welcome out to Bayport High School as we get set for Week 7 and the season finale of spring football here from Bayport, as it will be the Appleton East Patriots and the Bayport Pirates. Good evening and welcome out. Chris Learman with you, Mike Frieder, as we get set for this non-conference matchup. And Mike, first of all, it's Week 7, and it feels like Week 7 football weather.
It does. This is supposed to be spring, Chris, isn't it? But tonight, It's cold, it's chilly, and when we left you last from Pulaski, we lied to you. We told you the Pirates were going to travel to Stevens Point and play the Pointers, which they did earlier this season, but as Appleton East beat Point. And the original plan was that the teams that lost would play each other and the teams that won would play each other. Then the following morning, Coach Westerman texted me and said a decision was made that in order for you not to have to play the same school twice, we're going to change our minds. And so Appleton East last week beat Stevens Point, low-scoring game, 14-6. Bayport losing to Pulaski 41-20. So they flip-flop games, and that means Appleton East, the lower seed, gets to come, and Bayport seniors get one more home game. And this alternate fall season, an interesting season it's been, as Bayport's lost 4 in a row. That's been a long time, Chris, since that's happened. Over 20 years ago. We're also part of, there's every team in the alternate season's playing tonight. So typically it's that last week when you're playing in a state championship like the Bayport Pirates did last year, and everybody else is staying home. But tonight there'll be a full slate of games across northeastern Wisconsin and across the state of Wisconsin, and the biggest one probably Kimberly-Fond du Lac.
We're going to try to keep our eyes on that one just because we want to watch it.
If people say there was a unofficial state championship this Division I season, you have to think that the people that came out of these two brackets, the teams that came out of these two brackets, would be playing for it. And it is Kimberly-Fond du Lac, and they're playing that game at Appleton East tonight, and we'll try to give you updates of that game as we go through tonight.
We will step aside, take a break as we continue the North Shore Bank pregame show. Pirates hosting the Patriots. Only done that once before, from what our research finds, and that wasn't all too far ago. That was year number 1 of the broadcast streams. We'll step aside, take a break. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
At North Shore Bank, we think you should be able to invest in whatever you like for low rates on a home equity line of credit, so that you can use the money from your home on whatever you choose. You can choose to take your kitchen from cringeworthy to chef-worthy. Or you can choose to take your credit card from making payments to paid in full. Or you can choose to help your baby get ready for college, even if you're not. The choice is yours. And if you're not sure if a home equity line of credit is right for you, come discuss your options at your nearest branch. North Shore Bank, the bank of you, and whatever you choose to spend your money on. Learn more about our home equity line of credit rates and start your application online. Visit northshorebank.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the Acute Injury Clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The Acute Injury Clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Chris and Mike from Pirate Stadium at Bayport High School as we continue the pregame show. And Pirates hosting the Patriots. Last time this happened, back in 2014, Alec Ingold was a senior on a season that took us through Level 4, the state semifinals, Mike. These teams played in Level 1.
Yeah, Alec wrapped up just an average game for Alec as he 9 for 12 for 113 yards passing. For those of you who don't remember, the Los Angeles Raider fullback was a quarterback back then, and 31 rushing attempts for 260 yards and only 5 touchdowns in that game. A couple other familiar names for touchdowns in that game were Colton Huff, the bowling ball, as we called him back then, along with Zach Lorbeck, not a very bad athlete in his own right. And Brett Macomb with 2 interceptions in that game, and Chewy Callerts with an interception in that game. So a little flashback there to 2014. If those people are listening out there, by this time they should be gainfully employed somewhere.
Your final in that game was 66-28. Appleton East faithful Seth Burvin was your quarterback. Patriots threw it 32 times, 16 were completed. Those 3 interceptions we accounted for, 194 yards and touchdown. Gabe Heindel was the tailback for the Patriots, state place winner in the high hurdles that year. And Heindel had 13 for $159 and 3 touchdowns.
That's a big day.
Number 28, if I do recall, was the tailback, of that being Heindel. Dominic Castillo, 7 catches, 107 yards. So,
little flashback time there to 2014, and now we flash ahead to this game. I'm not sure exactly what to expect here, Chris. Bayport's really struggled offensively. We've talked about it throughout the 7 games. Bayport has not scored a point in the first quarter of the first 6 games this year, which that's hard to believe. They've only given up 49, so quite honestly, that's not bad from a defensive perspective. But we'll see if we can break that tonight. Like I said before, Appleton East beat Point 14-6 last week. Now, if you compare that to when the Pirates played Stevens Point, that's their only common opponent. Bayport won 49-20. If you remember in that game, Point got out to a quick 14-0 lead, and after that it was all Pirates. And so it should be an interesting game tonight. It's cold, like you said, Chris, and so plenty of seats available. I tell you to come on out, but you need a ticket, as we're still following COVID protocol rules in regards to how many people can attend tonight. But we have a crowd here from Appleton East, as we've given 4 tickets to each of their players' parents to use as they would like, as we have Bayport. So the cheerleaders are here tonight. They got to be a little cold, and we're up here in the booth. It's chilly, but it's comfortable, and so it should be a good one here from Bayport High School.
We'll step aside one more time as we get set for the kickoff, not too far away. From Pirate Stadium at Bayport High School, it's the Patriots and the Pirates just ahead. Appleton East and Bayport. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets, or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. Pirate broadcasts are supported by Mark Minsloff, your local State Farm agent. Give Mark a call for all your insurance needs, 920-429-0044. Located at 1750 Velp Avenue, see Mark for your discount double check. State Farm agent Mark Minsloff says, go Pirates.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
Tonight's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. North Shore Bank, the bank of you. By Just J Creative website and brand development. By the Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. By Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. By State Farm Agent Mark Minsloff. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Jeff Deacon and Short Wrist Realty. By Bell and Health, Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. By Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food, and Irish Spirits. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Get set for kickoff here from Bayport High School and what should be the Pirates seniors. A lot of them playing their I guess both teams. Last game, right? Football. Normally in your fall, and you go into the other sports.
Right.
Some of them will be performing track and field and some other sports that away.
Some of them are playing baseball right now. Eli Frank pitched a winning pitcher for the Pirates last night as they defeated New London 6-0. Happened to be at that game in the dugout, and it was an interesting experience. Great group of kids. And tonight we also have girls soccer starts. And so there's a team that did not get to play last year, Chris, coming off a state championship followed by a state championship loss the last 2 years. And so they get a chance to hit the pitch against Kimberly tonight. We'll be watching that game on YouTube TV. And so I'll give you updates as Coach Miraz takes their crew down to Kimberly, and they play also tomorrow. Elena Abel was back in the house yesterday practicing with our girls team. She asked if she could maybe suit up for a few games. She was home, and I really had no problem with that. If you don't know her, Elena plays for Loyola, just finished her freshman year. She was an all-freshman selection pick. And
freshman of the year.
Freshman of the year,
actually.
correct. A great young lady, great leader, so it was great to talk to her yesterday. She's doing great things. Virtual school for her at Loyola. She's looking at getting back to a little face-to-face. So she's very, very, very good student. So a lot of things going on. Baseball doubleheader tomorrow, softball doubleheader tomorrow. And at halftime, we'll kind of update you on all the sports and cross-country, state cross-country tomorrow. We'll talk about a little bit about that at halftime, too, as we'll update you on this crazy time when all these sports are going on, when we move them from fall to the spring. And so we're about 3 minutes away here from kickoff or the national anthem and introductions, and should be a good one here from Bayport High School.
Look at this Appleton East Patriots attack that will have kind of the wing T, the triple option attack that we will see tonight. Bayport has seen the single wing. They'll now have seen this type of offense in normal spread. They've seen, of the 7 weeks, they'll have seen 5-6 different types of offenses, which has kind of come accustomed. Teams changing things up as they face a Bayport team. But a new challenge again tonight.
Bayport will be without Tevin Montgomery tonight. Tevin hurt his shoulder, and so we talked about Jaden being out, the 2-3 package, and so Tevin will be out now. So that'll be difficult for the Bayport Pirates to overcome, but a lot of good backups. They say next man up, and Coach Krause always does a great job getting the defense ready. So if you're listening out there tonight, you want a little shout-out at Bayport High School or at Bayport Radio, or we'll be following the stream and we'll mention your name. Or text me if you have my number out there. We'll be glad to give you the shout-out. I know that Ryan Warner always listens in, our police liaison officer from the Howard Swamico School District, primarily at Bayview. We talked about the game this week in Pulaski, so a shout-out to him tonight. We'll probably mention his name again a few more times if it shows up on the YouTube stream tonight. And so both teams now making their final preparations as we're about a minute and a half from the national anthem, starting lineups, and your kickoff here from Bayport High School. A little rain right now, Chris. That's what we needed. Not only is it cold, but now a little rain to deal with. But I don't think that'll last long.
You have a game time temperature?
Game time temperature, I'm guessing about 44 degrees.
I'm going to say you're going to be pretty close. No, you're way off.
45 degrees officially. I knew it felt warmer than 44, but.
So we get set for the national anthem. Tyler Bix out there ready messaging in.
He called me tonight.
Did he?
On the way to
Awesome.
the game, T gave me a call. We talked for about 10 minutes. He was pretty jacked up about the game tonight. Tyler, 2017 graduate, Bayport High School, and so he's always a loyal listener. T, one of the most famous alumni out there, great young man. So, T, give me a call after the game. Love to talk to you again tonight.
So the thing you mentioned earlier, Bayport scored in the first quarter. Do they go the 7 games without a first quarter point?
I can't. Well, obviously, if someone would have told you, Chris, before the year started, the only way Bayport was going to go the season without scoring a touchdown in the first quarter was we canceled it due to COVID. I mean, that's really the only way I would have said. If someone would have said, I bet you, I'd be like, does this mean they play all 7? Because to think that we have not scored a touchdown or anything, not even a defensive touchdown or a kick return, not a point in the first 6 games is shocking, if you ask me. But that's where we are right now. Hopefully Bayport can get it going in the right direction here tonight.
We'll listen in for the national anthem from Bayport High School as we get set for kickoff.
Welcome to Bayport High School for the contest between the Appleton Patriots and your Bayport Pirates. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise. Face the south end zone where the flag is. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars trod the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in it, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Football, Kristen Mike got a Friday night. Final time this spring. And then in 3.5 months, we'll turn it around and do it back in the normal season.
Excited to wrap this season up, but also excited to look at the fall season next year during the 2021-22 school year.
Mike, tonight, starting lineups presented by Zesty's Frozen Custom Grills. Zesty's throwing up a full food and frozen custard menu. Today's flavor of the day, La Java's Caramel Macchiato. And today we make it to the specialists. What do we got?
Important part of the team, obviously. And I don't think many people know this, but the backup snapper for the Pirates is Eli Frank, our quarterback, number 1. Eli, the senior, 6'4", 220, making his last start tonight in a Bayport uniform, along with Jake Buckner. Jake's a junior, 6'2", 260. So you got Buckner and Frank, who are your long snappers. And then your holder, Evan Frenchue. Evan's a holder/quarterback. He's a junior, 6'4", 190. And your punters both have punted this year. Jericho Klein, wide receiver punter, senior, 6'3", 175. And Jager Slatt, a wide receiver punter, a senior, 6'3", 195. And our place kicker, Cole Deppler, wide receiver kicker, a sophomore, a 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore. So shout out to Frank Frenchue, Klein, Deppler, Slatt, and Buckner.
So they announced the starting defense tonight here at the stadium. We have for you the starting specialists. So we've made our way through in 7 weeks every position. We started with the offensive backfield, moved it to the receiving core, the offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, secondary. Tonight we move with the specialists.
And one thing that hasn't changed, Chris, is we have no idea who's kicking off or who's receiving.
Well, we did last week. We thought we would change our luck because we didn't pay attention.
We didn't pay attention, but neither did the Bayport offense most of the night. And it just wasn't a good thing for the Pirates. And so we're not sure who won the toss, but we're going to find out in a hurry. Otis Chambers down there on the sideline. See Otis down there on the 25-yard line. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that former principal Larry Dunning passed away last night. Larry, with his battle with cancer, Larry was the principal before I came here. My mentor and someone who I really look up to. So my prayers go out to Larry Dunning and his family. Like I said, just simply a great man And Bayport High School would not even be close to what it is today without his leadership. And so prayers go out to Larry Dunning's family. Well, Chris, let's play some football.
Yeah, last one of the spring. And then starting next week, more of a normal spring athletic season.
Correct. Hard to believe the boys will run the state cross-country meet tomorrow.
And if temperatures like this, it might be much of a normal weather for a state
frost
cross-country.
advisories. Typically, that's the way it works in fall when they run in Wisconsin Rapids at the Ridges golf course.
Yep.
And typically, they'll always delay it. So I'm always, the times I've gone, I'm always there very early because they're not going to run on a golf course with frost. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, as they do run at Blackhawk Country Club in Janesville tomorrow. So you might have the same issue tomorrow with a frost warning possibly, maybe down south a little warmer, but I know that tee times will be delayed here locally due to frost conditions. Down to 31 tonight, I heard. So
hey,
turn the fireplace on, cuddle up, and listen to some football tonight. I'm sure the Binnens are doing that tonight.
well, Ben's on the chain gang tonight.
Well, maybe Kathy's cuddling up at home and Ben just doesn't know about it.
Bayport will kick in their navy tops, navy pants, white numbers. And it will be Depler with it teed up at the 40-yard line. The run up, the swing of the right leg, end over end will carry him to the near side corner. And on a fake reverse, a return for the Patriots out across the 25, 30, and tripped up across the 30-yard line. Nice return by Evan O'Krug-Wright, the senior defensive back and wing back. And that will bring back the football out for Appleton East. 11:53, kickoff is underway, and we'll settle in for football.
Gavin Severson with the tackle on special teams there. He'll get some action here on defense. As it's 1st and 10, Appleton East.
31-yard line, Patriots will come out again. They will have a wide receiver either side, a predominantly run offense. Aaron Jones, the junior quarterback. Wing comes to the near side, and we will have Bayport with an offsides penalty before we even snap the football. A couple of Pirates jump across.
So we talked about it all season. Just Bayport obviously much more penalized than other teams during the course of this year. Don't have those stats exactly, but just watching those games, it's obvious that happens, and now a great situation for Appleton East.
Send a man in motion. Appleton East is going to look to the sideline for the play call after again settling back in. Wing to either side, a fullback right behind his quarterback, and it will be a fake dive. Aaron Jones keeps it off the left guard, and he, again after the 5-yard penalty, only needs 5 on first down. 7 for Jones out across the 40 already to the 43.
Hunter Lorbeck on the tackle. Mentioned Zach Lorbeck, his brother, played in this game. The last time these two teams met in 2014, Zach scored a touchdown.
Rushing touchdown. He had 7 catches, or 5 catches rather, in that game. 1st and 10 East. Game's first possession. And again, the quarterback keeps it, breaks a tackle up the middle. There goes Aaron Jones right down the gut. 30, 20, 15, 10. Near side 5 to the end zone. Appleton East. It only takes them 3 plays. Touchdown Patriots.
Your Pirates with both middle linebackers not in the game, but nobody touched Aaron Jones, as on the second play from scrimmage. He goes, looks like
57 yards.
57 yards for a touchdown.
Was that the second play? No, that was the second play,
Second
not
play
even
of
the
game.
third
First
play.
play was a non-play, a penalty. 2 plays later, Appleton East on the board. This team scored 14 points last week, Chris, against Stevens Point.
They're halfway there.
Yes, they are.
And now for the point after attempt, they will keep it on the offense for 2.
I would too.
So a carry of 7 after the 5-yard penalty and a carry of 57. Send the right wing in motion. Jones looking to the end zone, and he'll step up, try to run. Nobody in front. And in successfully, Appleton East 8-0.
Now they're more than halfway, Chris. Well, we'll see what Bayport does when they came out offensively. Last week they came out and tried to throw it around a little bit, and Chris, you and I both were kind of surprised by that. Threw it on first, second, and third down on a couple downs. They need to get back to, I think, what they're doing, and that's run the football, and that's Matt Grzybowski getting a number of carries tonight. Not sure who's Matt's backup is, as it's been Jaden Montgomery, but didn't see anybody else at the tailback position, I don't think, during the Pulaski game during quality minute time. So not sure who they might have to run the football besides Matt tonight. Eli Frank will get a lot of carries in that quarterback position. And of course, that jet sweep action is so common in Bayport's offense.
I'm sure with Grzybowski's last ever football game for his Pirate uniform, he wouldn't mind staying in for the entire duration.
No, Matt's a tough kid, plays really hard, really smart kid too.
A squib near side, that will go out of bounds right in front of the official.
And typically that is Gary Westerman saying we'll just take the football at the 35-yard line, and we talked to him about that from time to time, but he just wants the ball. He's not going to make him kick it over.
35-yard line, a minute 17, or rather 11:17 after a time of possession of only 36 seconds. 2 plays, 69-yard drive. Pirates will come out on offense, and it will be the familiar faces in the backfield of Brighter at fullback, Frank at quarterback, 3 yards behind his center. The Pirates will shift to the shotgun. Grzybowski to his right, and Grizz is going to get the handoff, trying the left side, breaks an arm tackle, and a stiff arm as he's shoved out of bounds. Gets 5 yards up to the 40, and Bayport picks up 5 on first.
Good opening play there by Grizz as he runs into his sideline, and like I said, Matt runs really hard, and he should get probably 30 carries tonight, I would assume, in this football game.
So we will time in and see who we have for messages tonight. Again, feel free to send us a note.
Fondy up on Kimberly, 7-0. Kyle Walls Jasper, 59-yard TD run.
Frank throw a little swing pass in the backfield. Grzybowski trying to reverse field. Grizz needs the 45, and he's got the 46. Good, tough running after a nice little cut by Grzybowski, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks. Pat and Dennis out there. Hi, Chris and Mike. Back in Crivets. They moved in the back this weekend.
Well, and the weather's perfect.
29 degrees tonight, he says, up there.
Ouch. Haven't seen a screen pass completed, I think, all year, Chris.
Yeah, a little swing pass, not often ran by the Bayport offense, but effective nonetheless right there. As the Pirates, they pick up 6. Grzybowski right up the gut, and he's going to try right guard. Across the 50-yard line, picks up 5 into Appleton East territory. And it's 2nd and 5. Mark Hansen right below us, shouting everything out, standing up.
I'm sure you'll hear him throughout the evening. The man's loud. Loud would be an understatement. Remember to tweet the booth at Bayport High School, at Bayport Radio. Text me. 2nd and 5 for the Pirates in their first possession here, first quarter, down 8-0.
49-yard line in Appleton East territory. 5 down linemen for Appleton East. Frank is looking to throw in. He's got near side, trying to throw up for grabs for Merhulski. And it will be incomplete as the safety lurking over. And Keenan Rollins, 6'2", $195, and he's able to get over and cut off Merhulski from getting at the intended pass. 3rd and 5.
2-man route, both receivers going straight down the field, maximum protection and double team there. Pirates probably lucky that that ball wasn't possibly picked off, as the only person that was going to catch that one was a Patriot.
3rd and 5, Bayport back on offense with a tight end left. Bring Merhulski in motion. Fake it to him, and Eli Frank's going to try to keep it inside, and he is going to be stuffed inside. And turned back, 74 up front. Alex Mose, 6-foot senior.
You know, Bayport had themselves in a good position there, 2nd and 5, and decides to go for the big hit. Doesn't convert it, then puts themselves in a tough position, 3rd and 5, and now has to punt the football.
Bayport missing a wing on the punting. Jericho Klein will get the duties first. Senior punter, and you mentioned, Mike, that he pitched last night.
He did. Did a nice job in the game against New London. Came in through 2 scoreless innings.
Low snap, and did he drop down to a knee?
I think they thought he did, but he didn't because they didn't
Appleton
call
East sideline asking for that call. His punt will be down at the 21. Now the Patriots going to call the official over. Boy, if I'm Appleton East, I wouldn't be all too happy with that. But they have the football. They have the lead at the 21-yard line. 8-0 with 9:03 to go.
Well, Chris, his knee wasn't on the ground because if it was,
the official would have called it.
Exactly. On that drive, first drive for Fond du Lac, they had a 4th and 1 play that they converted and then had the big play for touchdown. So much like the Bayport game when they converted a 4th down early on and then scored.
Spread receiver to either side of the line. Send a man in motion. Patriots on offense. And another carry by the quarterback. Gain of 4 for Aaron Jones up to the 25.
Kimberly comes back and scores a touchdown, so it's 7-7. Josh Butler watching from Orlando. Shout out to the Power of Dance featuring a number of Bayport students who won a Dance World Championships today at Dance Worlds down here. Congratulations to Power of Dance.
8.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Patriots already an 8-0 lead with the football. Hand off to the left side, and the fullback will be Steph Nick Bovat. 6'1", 220-pound fullback and linebacker.
So Coach Krause was over here between series, and the technology now, they got the iPad out. They're trying to make adjustments, and maybe coaches made the adjustments needed here to get a 3-and-out for the Pirates, as they definitely need to stop. They have not been explosive on offense, and they've been down multiple scores early on in games recently.
So we'll try to steady the camera on 3rd down, 3rd and mark at 5. Aaron Jones, number 15, the quarterback's going to look to the far sideline. Receiver left and receiver right. Jones ducks back under, wing to either side. And the ball's loose on the field, and it's going to be picked up by Bayport. Fake the hand up to the up-back, fullback. And on the left side, the Pirate outside linebacker coming up with it. Josiah Azure, the sophomore.
Chris, if I'm thinking back in all our games, I think the last turnover the Pirate defense has generated was the De Pere game. In the 3rd quarter, possibly. That might not be correct, but I can't remember any other turnovers.
Fondy didn't turn it over.
No, Nina didn't turn over. They did not turn it over, and Pulaski didn't turn over. So that's the first one in 3 games for the Pirates. Now they need to take advantage of it.
From the 25-yard line, Grzybowski up the middle picks up 7 yards on 1st down.
I think you just stick to that right there, Chris, and we're going to score a touchdown on this drive.
So start at the plus 25-yard line with the possession. 7:15 clock rolling here in the opening quarter of action. And let us know where you're listening from. Pirates down to the 18-yard line. Eli Frank going to switch up to the pistol formation. Tailback straight behind him, and Eli, hand up to Grizz, right up the gut, trying to push forward down to the 16. Pirates need the 15-yard line. He'll be a yard shy, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Definitely 4th down territory for the Pirates as they trail 8-0. Mitch Mahalski runs the play.
Pirates trying to get off the Schneid. 0 first quarter points all season long. Preston and Marholski, the wide receivers. And Marholski has this side all he wants if you really want to give it to him. Grzybowski's going to dive forward inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
He's got himself a 1st down, it appears. Usually the head linesman just kind of looks over and points. Didn't do that, and now Bayport's got a hurt player on the field, and
is that Buckner again?
Could be. He had a bad ankle. I don't see 77 standing up, but I'd make sure I think that's him, and I think that is Jake Buckner, also long snapper for the Pirates on field goal attempts.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish and add some Chicago flair. You've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago style north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay, the Pier, and in Suamico. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, and Irish spirit. 6:15 to go, opening quarter. Bayport on the move. Just picked up a first down on the plunge of 2 yards by Matt Grzyzbowski. They'll reset the chains for 1st and 10. 14-yard line, Bayport trying to go in, following an Azure fumble recovery.
A little confused now. It says Fondy's up 14-0. I just read a 7-7 score. So keep you updated on that game. It's the 14 points, ties the most that Kimberly's given up all season in a game. That's how strong Fond du Lac is.
14-yard line, bring Merholski in motion. Pitch to him on the jet sweep pass. And a beautiful play to cut off a block and make the tackle by Tyler Metal.
So the first jet sweep of the night goes to the senior, Mitch Merholski. Mitch, the fastest player on the field. Pirates now, the tempo of the game, just very slow for the Pirates now, methodical. Not the tempo that Coach Westerman, I know, likes. However, that's what we're at right now.
2 receivers to the far side. Frank up the middle to Grzyzbowski, and he will push down towards the 10. Maybe down to the 9.5. We'll bring up 3rd and 6, and now
this is where Bayport has thrown the ball a lot this year, where in past years
not
it's
successfully.
Like, no, in the past years it's kind of been, okay, we need 6 yards. We got 2 times on the ground. We'll get this. But Bayport has put it up in the air quite a few times in the last couple of games on 3rd and 6.
They haven't used lefty in the passing game much as of late either.
They've left him in for pass protection, just to have maximum pass protection. We'll see what happens here tonight.
He's going to be the tight end of the right side of the line. Pistol formation, Frank receiver either side. Eli takes a snap, play action, rolling, looking back, chased out. He's going to roll it down, near side, gets inside the 10 to the 5. Eli Frank reaching forward, down to the 2, and his scramble will pick up 8 when he needed 6. 1st and goal, Bayport Pirates.
If you're watching at home, it was going to be that throwback pass to lefty, and Appleton East was going to have nothing with it, and so Eli made a play with his feet. Big play for the Pirates, 1st and goal.
The 6'4", 225-pound defensive end Mario Mendoza kind of blew that play up coming off the right end, and he's forced Frank to step up, then came back from where Mendoza started the play. As we're under 4.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Bayport trying to get on the board. 1st and goal from the 2. Grzyzbowski trying to bounce it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
Now we'll see what Coach Westerman does. I think right now it's 1 point. Get an extra point on the board. Don't start chasing points early on. And they'll bring Cole Deppler out to kick the extra point. Now just remember, Jake Buckner, who we said in our introductions, the snapper's back in the football game. So,
and you cannot line up over the long snapper. So, first quarter points of the season for the Bayport offense. So Buckner to Frenshu, but that'll happen after a. We're going to have an encroachment or snap infraction.
Well, if it's encroachment, the Pirates will go for 2. But I think this is going to be against Bayport. Yep.
Yep, snap infraction, Bayport.
Kind of look that way from up here. Now it makes this extra point much more difficult for Cole Deppler. But those are the little things again, Chris. In a game where you know it's probably going to be a close battle, you can't make those little mistakes and expect to win a football game.
And we've seen a lot of that this entire season. So Deppler now is going to kick it from 25 yards in the extra point rather than 20. His kick towards the uprights, left side, tucks it in. It's 8-7.
Big kick by Cole Deppler, the sophomore.
So an 8-7 football game here from Bayport High School.
.421 left here first quarter. And if you're the Pirates, you got to feel good about that. They get a turnover, and they convert it into a touchdown. As Appleton East goes up 8-0, and the Pirates come back, now making an 8-7 football game. So updating Twitter Nation out there.
Kicking off for Bayport number 17, Cole Detmold. Back to return.
4:21 to go here in the first quarter, and Deppler will send one to the near side. It'll take a little hop and picked up. Fake reverse again. And a return left side across the 30, 35 in front of the Appleton East bench, and Caden Myers is going to trace him down, but not before the return is all the way across the 50. And it will be East football in Bayport territory.
East spends a tremendous amount of time going east-west on those plays where they're going to fake it, but it seems to have worked effectively there where the Pirates kind of get spread out and give up a big return, and that ball's returned into the Bayport side of the football field. First down, and Appleton East quickly to the line.
Plus 47.
Now the officials need to get the right football in play, and now they have the right football in play, and now they're going to bring the football that they thought was the right football back out of play.
Appleton East under center with Jones. He'll try to keep it left again, and he'll be spun down by Severson. Keegan with the rodeo tie.
Pirates in the last 3 runs from the line of scrimmage for the Patriots seem to have things a little bit figured out, as it's deception, no question, as the quarterback Rogers keeps the ball, hands the ball, and he's really the person who makes the play go, as he has to make decisions on what to do on each down.
Trying to run up the middle, and another stuff, and again it is Severson. Keegan blowing things up inside, and Keegan, a junior who, well, because you have the talented Montgomery brothers ahead of you, hadn't gotten a lot of snaps at inside linebacker.
He's getting an opportunity now to show
Absolutely.
Coach what he's got.
It's third down. Let's rock this ball.
3rd and 6 for the Appleton East offense. 2 receivers to the right. Carter going to try a fullback dive off the left side, and it'll take 4 Pirates to get him down. But they successfully tackled on even O'Krug right. And it's 4th and about 3. They need the 36. They're at the 39.
No question, Chris. It's the 7th game, and they're going to go for it.
East made it a little more manageable after the gain of 3. Again, 39, they need the 36. 3 yards away.
Down and 3 from the 39-yard line.
Carter under center, wing left, wing right. And the fake dive and a hit in the backfield, and stoned backwards is Aaron Jones. And it's Logan Van Lannen blowing it up.
Watched Logan play some baseball too last night. Logan drove one to the track, and he thought he hit a ding-ding, but he didn't. But he did hit a ground rule double. So Logan, the catcher on the baseball team, and those are some of the stories you'll hear about tonight as Logan's playing baseball and football. Great young man. Had a great time getting to know him during his 4 years here at Bayport, and always a smile on his face. Makes a big play there for the Pirates.
Bayport takes over at their own 41. 2:15 to go in the opening quarter of play. Pirates down 8-7. Each team has scored so far. Appleton East on their opening possession. Pirates on their second, and they take over here for the 3rd time tonight. Grzybowski's going to bounce it back inside and get up near the 44, gain of 3.
Matt Grzybowski with a number of carries tonight. Second, and I'll call it 6.
A long 6.
Just to make everybody feel better at home.
Again, feel free to tweet the booth. Let us know where you might be listening from. Send us a tweet, a Facebook message. Get in touch with us any way you can. Tom Hubin, as always, is out there. Send man in motion, and Frank is going to try to keep it the right side. And the ball gets squirted free, and it will be lefty to pop on it as a great hit by Appleton East. Krug right held the shoestrings of Frank, and then a safety comes through and jars the ball free, that being Sam Austin.
Tom, you've been loving the excitement of the PA announcer.
So there's an early shout-out for Troy Frisk over there from the Twitterverse.
No, it's Tom Hubin.
So that knocked Bayport back to 3 yards that Grzybowski gained on first down. Frank, play action.
Oh, has
looking
Joe
for a throwback.
wide
He'll have
open.
to step up, and he'll be taken down for a sack.
Joe Preston ran a little stop pattern and was open. I don't think Eli had a chance really to see him as he was under pressure back there, and so Bayport's going to have to not take advantage of the turnover on downs and punt the football, and it's senior Jericho Klein, your punter.
So try to get.
It's going to be the end of the quarter, Chris.
And we'll step aside with that. 8-7 after 1. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
Welcome to Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it where the world can find it, in the Titletown district next to Lambeau and in a league of its own. At Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, we've made sure every aspect of your experience feels like a home field advantage. With elite care from the same sports medicine's fellowship physicians who treat the world's best athletes. So whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game, or someone who just wants to get back to life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bell & Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
Flip-flop fields, and it will be a punt to start the second quarter. Coach Kyle Darmody watching along with us. Also Cheryl Glassell-Whiteman, Sue Wright, a host of others. Grandma Naniat watching. Ben Cabot. Let us know where you're listening from. Love to hear from you.
Girls soccer 10 minutes in at Kimberly, 0-0 your scores. We're watching that up
0-0
here.
for the soccer enthusiasts. Klein for the long snap. This is going to be from Eli Frank. Move forward, and Jericho will get one up the right sideline, and it will bounce inside the 35, fielded on a hop. And Krug Wright, the hyphenated last name, up across the 36 to the 37, and Appleton East will come out. 11:52, their football left here in quarter number 2 from Bayport High School.
81 there on the special teams tackle. Not on our program tonight, Chris. I'm guessing it's a sophomore is getting some playing time. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Tyler Carlson. I'm sorry, Tyler.
He should be.
Senior.
Patriots go 2 wide receivers the far side of the field. Aaron Jones under center, and they will pitch it out wide and try to get to the edge of the field, and they do so with Tyler Mattill, and he'll have a far side run for 22 yards. Mattill, the man that goes in motion to get a running start horizontally and then cuts it up the right side hash.
First time we've seen that play by the Patriots where they quickly get it to the edge. And you haven't seen that before because they've pretty much been in between the tackles, and that caught Bayport off guard, kind of getting sucked in there on the end. Big play for Appleton East.
From the right side hash, 2 receivers right in front of the bench. There goes Mattel in motion again, and they'll keep it on the ground this time again. The fullback between the tackles, Dawson Lee, sophomore linebacker and fullback. He'll pick up 5.
A.J. Corshane, the sophomore on attack. A lot of young players played on this team all year, so the future for the Pirates looks bright as they quickly turn around and head into the season next fall.
It's 3.5 months away, and we'll have football for you. Marker gain of 5 for Dawson Lee. And the fullback again off the left side this time. Lee down to the 32, maybe, a yard shy of the yard to gain. And now we have Dawson Lee down, the ball carrier. And Eric is going to go out and have a chat with the young man.
Hopefully Eric can fix him up.
We can welcome you to Bellin Health, Titletown, Sports Medicine Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it in the world can find it in the Titletown district next to Lambeau in a league of its own. Whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game or someone who wants to get back to a life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bellin Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown. Mark Houston watching from his office tonight, he tells me. So
I think his office is on the sidelines because I see him down there.
Oh, is he?
Looks to me he's talking to Mr. Motz there on the 15-yard line.
So he said, yeah, I'm probably working from the office tonight. I'll be watching and listening. And I said, all right, well, we're going to need a new picture this time.
Right. Well, obviously, this confirms the fact that he's probably using fake pictures to prove that he's in the office.
I think we can confirm that.
Fond du Lac up 21-14 against Kimberly.
Defense has been optional.
10:36 left in the first half, so you are correct to say that. Appleton East players still down on the field, and so Tyler runs off to get some equipment that might be needed here.
So we're at an 8-7 football game with 10:48 to go here in the first half of play.
Looks like the young man's got a lower leg injury on his left leg, and the officials say, why don't you just come over to the sidelines, players? And Bayport and Appleton East both go to their sidelines, as you never like to see a young man get hurt, especially last game of the season. Hopefully it's just a issue that can be taken care of and get him back participating in sports again as quickly as possible.
Chance to ask you, Mike, how'd the play go?
Musical, Chris.
Or musical, sorry.
Difference. Best Rocky. What's it? Well, I can't even remember the name of it. Little Shop of Horrors is the play. It was outstanding, and so if those of you listening out there, we had to delay the musical due to some COVID-related issues a few weeks ago. But when going into the musical season, we said we're going to have a freshman-sophomore musical and a junior-senior musical. So last night, the freshmen and sophomores performed, and it was really good. It was really good. I'd say anybody should go out and see it. It's a scary little play. The premise is a giant plant in a floral shop begins then to eat people. And so very well done by our kids. And junior-senior musicals tonight. So while the football game's going, that's going on the other side of our building. And tomorrow they'll have both productions. They'll have freshman, sophomore, and junior, senior. So my plan is to get down to Manitowoc and watch our sectional semifinal game, our soccer game at 11 o'clock. We play in Manitowoc. And then possibly come back here and see the production of our junior, seniors as they'll perform for the last time on our stage, and that's so important. So trying to get as many things as we can here in this COVID-related season, and we're doing the best we can. So shout out to Jackie Beatty and her crew for putting on a great production. And now Appleton East player gets assisted off the field. Looks like that's Dawson Lee, Chris. Is that right?
Yep.
5'7" sophomore, 190-pound linebacker. So hopefully he's okay as Appleton East comes back onto the. Must be also a fullback, I'm guessing.
A yard to go for the Patriots out of the timeout.
Looked like they went early.
And
didn't call it, and they're going to have a first down.
Appleton East will get the first down at about the 30.5 yard line.
Quarterback keeper is enough for a first down for Appleton East.
Cross-country guys listening in from Janesville. Chris, 2 runners we have.
Hey, we'll talk about that at halftime yet. Getting to run down at Blackhawk Golf Course. 10:30 and rolling here in the second quarter. Appleton East leading 8-7. Send a man in motion, and they're going to try to get the edge again, and they will get the edge and then some. 15-10 pushed out of bounds. Corshane will get him out of bounds, but not before Mattil again on that little go-in motion sweep.
Coach Jameson's usually, cuddling up at home with his wife Kim, listening and watching the game. But tonight, no. Duty calls. So he's listening in from Janesville.
First down and goal from the 9-yard line.
First and goal, Patriots on offense. The overcast guys stay here. Jones, a handoff to the right side, and this one will be Okrug right. And Evan will be stuffed after a gain of 1 to the 8.
Taking down number 7, Hunter Lorbeck, and 9, Keegan Severson. 1-yard gain on the play. Correction, 2-yard gain.
Coach Hansen out there.
Sees Bookie.
Gives him Bookie a little shout out. Bookie arriving late arriving crowd from.
Well, I think they're fair weather fans. They wanted to know if it was going to rain or not. And left side, it's going to be Jones to the 5.
So big series here for the Pirates. Trying to get a stop here. Not sure if Appleton East will attempt to kick a field goal. Saw their field goal kicker before the game started. Looked pretty solid.
From distance, too.
Yes, but they went for 2. And I don't know if that was just to catch the Pirates off guard, and would they possibly try a field goal if they couldn't score here. But hopefully we stop them to find that out.
Third and goal from the 5. We approach 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Appleton East under center. Send a man in motion, and they'll get it to Little again on the edge. Trying to get around Sawyer. Steps in, and Sawyer will toss him out of bounds for a loss of 1.
Nice play there by Sawyer. Sawyer's a junior, so he'll be back next year. Now let's see what they do on 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for it here.
Well, it's really just that dark out here. Our video's a little dark, and I tried to turn up the brightness. It's all the way up.
And we can't help you there, can we, Chris?
Nope.
So Jones will come back on the field. As you hear Troy Frisk in the background encouraging the fans.
4th and 6, and Bayport, do they
the
jump?
Pirates jump off sides.
And Stimson does jump. It'll be 4th and goal from the 3.
And that was intentional by Appleton East to get him to do that. And the Pirates make another mistake. Their 3rd penalty of tonight. Appleton East, 0 penalties tonight. Watch for that quick pitch, I think, as you saw earlier on this drive, where they contained Bayport and had about 35 on the corner on the edge.
Appleton East always comes with their wing to either side, a tailback off the hip of their tackles. Aaron Jones is under center. 4th and goal, Patriots. Bring a man in motion, looking to pass. Jones sprinting out near side, trying to pull it down and get to the end zone. He's going to be taken down at the 1. Stop short. Bayport with a defensive stand. Turnover on downs.
Hunter Lorbeck.
Larry.
With a big play. I think Appleton is wondering about horse collar. But no call on that one. It's not a penalty because the ref didn't call it. And Lorbeck makes the big stop at about the half-yard line. Pirates take over.
So Bayport from their own 1 with 7:54 to go in the second quarter. What do you call offensively from the 1?
Oh, it's a play that goes 99 yards. That's what I go with. Coach looks, goes, give me that 99-yarder.
Under center is going to go Frank, and Bayport is going to try to sneak it forward. And they will get out towards the 3. So they will try to plunge away from the goal line just a little bit.
I think you've got to be a Matt Grabowski the ball down here again. You don't want to do anything to turn it over quickly, but you also want to get a couple first downs and get out of the shadows of your goal line.
Well, T said Adam is watching along with him.
Adam Bix, class of 2017. Adam was? Or is he class of, yeah, Adam's class of 2017.
Grabowski left side. And he's going to get to the 1-yard line.
Matt barely gets out of the end zone as he kicks it outside.
You can't bounce in that situation.
Well, you can. It's just frowned upon.
Well, I mean, you just lost 2 yards. No matter what your blocking is there, you're at your 3-yard line when you snap the ball.
I think Adam Bix just took a job, internship, I don't know if it's training for Bellin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Adam can update us on that since they're listening. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if it was an internship or if it was some full-time employment with him, but great to see that he's doing well. Great kid.
They put from their own end, and Frank will throw on near side, and that will be a drop.
If Mitch caught that, would have probably given him about 4 yards. But now
boy.
Bayport's going to be deep in their territory to punt. And it's a game of momentum. And Bayport had all of it and needed to put a drive together. Instead, now they decide to take a timeout and talk it over as they're going to snap this only 11 yards deep into the end zone. Stacey Baines listening in from Swamico. Go Pirates. Big day for her. Sting cancer. Yellow day.
Yeah.
Thank her for her help in leading those efforts. Tom Heumann again, shouting out to Tony and Connor, who will be representing Bayport in the cross-country meet tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Looks like Stevens Point's pretty tough there. Chris,
you think?
I think in the sectional they placed 1, 2, then Tony came in there at 3, then they took
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's impressive.
A perfect score is a 15. They scored 18.
Tony had nothing to do with a perfect score. He said there'll be none of that.
When your number 7 runner runs a 17-17, it's incredible. So Klein is going to have a level of difficulty up here. And last long snap was low. This one's going to be perfect. And he will get off near side and one of his better punts of the season. And it will be all the way back to the 39. So it's only a 37-yard punt, but it was kept away and nicely done by Jericho.
Great play by Jericho Klein. I don't know how much he practices standing in the back of the end zone, but when he saw it from here, Chris, kind of two-stepped it a little bit. And I think you and I were both going, the ref standing right there. Obviously he didn't step out, but did a great job footwork-wise, gets that off. And a 39-yard net punt for the Pirates, and now they need to stop.
Plus 39-yard line for the Appleton East offense. Under center goes Aaron Jones, and now he's looking to pass. Gonna air one down the far sideline, throws one up, and it will be knocked away. Great defensive play for Bayport. Ayansa Mama, I believe.
I think that was Caden
Myers.
Myers.
28, not 20. So I didn't see the hyphen across the 0.
Jansa, another good player, senior.
Second down and 10 from the 39-yard line.
From the 39. Appleton East has had some really good starting field positions tonight. Krug Wright is going to pick up 7, maybe 8 to the 32.
Taking on by number 21, Brayden Jorgensen, and number 24, AJ Porcini. Third down coming up.
Say 3rd and 3 here. A big stop area for the Pirates again. As the last possession, they stopped them on the inside the 1-yard line.
Single receiver left. I'd imagine Appleton East is going to try to run it twice. It's Krug Wright left side. And he got tripped up, and the ball's on the turf. And Krug Wright
back.
Gains a yard, gains the football back. And it's going to be 4th and 1 from the 30 when they need the 29.
So another big play for the Pirates now, Chris. Don't fill in the blank. Don't
jump
off sides. Watch the ball. Little Pop Warner coaching there.
Aaron Jones against Bayport's 3-down linemen. And Krug right the right side. He needs a 29, and he's got it. Slices back to his left and gets down to the 27.
Kind of like the Ginsu knife, Chris. Remember that?
No.
It slices, it dices. You don't remember that?
No.
I'm a little older than you. I'm sure
yes.
Coach Jameson remembers the Ginsu knife.
We'll just say yes.
Infomercial.
First down and 10 from the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 Patriots on offense. 4.5 till halftime. Pitch it in a little, trying to get to the outside again. He'll cut it up as he gets to the numbers. Down to the 20 for Mattel. Sorry.
That quick pitch has been effective for Appleton East. Is they kind of ground and pound inside the tackles, and they catch you on that quick one to the corner. And Bayport kind of has no containment on the outside. 2nd and 2 for Appleton East. 21-21 Kimberly Fond du Lac right now. What a ball game they have going on right now at Appleton East.
Beverly Pinchert, Wojtkiewicz, Greg David, Don Barrett. Wants it along with us tonight. 2nd and 3. Sun's still shining behind. Keep a little light now as it peeks through the clouds. And a fullback carry, and Krug Wright runs the back hip of his left tackle, which slows him down considerably. 3rd and 2.
As time of possession-wise, Appleton East has dominated, obviously, in this quarter.
Appleton East with the 8-7 lead. Fullback dive. And I believe they're going to have the 17, which would be enough for the first down. And the line judge on the far side will say yes.
Taken down by majority of the Pirate defense, but that's enough for a first down for Appleton East.
You know, if we were a little bit more proactive, we could have had Tony and Connor call in at half. I'm not sure how the sound would be on that, though, Chris. We could have interviewed them this week before they left.
We could have.
We'll have to do that after and play it on one of our broadcasts before the end of the school year, like the 7th inning stretch or something in a baseball game.
Mattil gonna try to get the edge, cut back inside the 10, down to the 5, pushed out of bounds. If Tyler Mattil is going in motion, he has been very good getting downhill and down for 1st and goal with 2:37 till halftime.
Being a former cross-country runner, Rick, Chris, maybe you could challenge them to a race when they come back.
Like a food eating race? Who can eat the pineapple the fastest or something? Fullback dive right side down to the 2. Well, I never ran at Blackhawk Golf Course.
and probably won't.
No.
Unless you're chasing your ball, because
I
I've
was
seen
gonna
where you
say,
hit sometimes.
I don't know if they allow me down there.
Because if you don't run after it, it's going to be a long time till you get there.
Jones, quarterback sneak right up the gut from the 1. Touchdown with 2:02 left in the opening half. Touchdown, Appleton East Patriots.
So the Pirates get a huge stop down on the 1 yard by Hunter Lorbeck. They can't get a first down, punt it. Appleton East takes advantage of that from the 40-yard line after a great punt by Jericho Klein. Despite that, Appleton East all on the ground. Scores. Now they go with a interesting formation here, Chris. And we'll see what happens here.
I'm going to guess they're not going to snap it out of this formation.
I would agree. They're going to move here.
That's not as fun.
No, they're going to try to kick it.
Kicking duties by Fernando Vera.
So Appleton East went for 2 on the first attempt, and now they kick it, and Fernando's got 2 legs and 1 he can really kick with.
15-7.
Coach Jameson has updated me that they still sell the Ginsu knife. There it is. It's the Series 14 piece. Chris, from Kohl's. I mean, the stuff we cover is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have no idea what we're going to cover. I just remember the Ginsu knife commercial, Chris, was the one where it would actually cut an aluminum can. And then right after that, slice a tomato perfectly. Now, I don't know how many people at home cut aluminum cans before they slice their tomatoes, but just in case you do that, I think the idea was it stays sharp. Tom, you've been giving us a little information at the first half-mile mark last Saturday. Spash was 1 through 7 in the first race of the day. And Tony won the second race to qualify him for the state tournament.
Kicking from Appleton East, a little pooch far side. It'll be taken by the Pirates with Grzybowski, and he'll get outside the 40, 45, and he's going to run over the kicker across midfield. And with 1:56 till half, that just may be the big help that Bayport needs.
Pirates will get the ball in the third quarter as Appleton East took the kickoff, and first play was a penalty. Second place, about a 5-yard dive, and the next one a 75-yard or maybe 65-yard run for a touchdown. Bayport fought back, and Matt Grzybowski scored to make it 8-7, and now Appleton East just scoring to make it 15-7. 1:56 left here, second quarter.
So $1.56 before half. Bayport doesn't necessarily have to go in the air the whole time. They're going to do another swing pass to Grzybowski. Breaks one open field tackle, pushing forward. Down inside the 45. Grizz breaks a double leg takedown down to the 42-yard line.
Matt's running with an attitude right now. I think he hears Coach Hansen.
Well, we do.
Officially 8 yards, the hardest 8 yards you'll ever see.
I think the Grzybowski family below is a little embarrassed of listening to Coach Hansen. They've heard him for 4 years.
Right.
Looking for a throwback. Frank will throw one. That is going to be picked off inside the 15-yard line. Off his back leg while getting hit. And the Pirates get picked off with 1:11 till half.
Pirates with 1:11 left there, and Eli wants that one back. He's under pressure, threw it off from his back foot. An easy interception there for Appleton East. Sam Austin on the interception for Appleton East.
So that stops any chance Bayport may have had to drive 50 yards before half. Now does Appleton East go to the air?
No way.
They've only done it once tonight. They're going to pitch it out, and a hit in the backfield, and it's Sylvester. Mattil is going to be tackled for a loss of 4. If you recall last week, Mike,
I think the difference
Sylvester.
now for the Pirates is Coach Westerman standing there over here talking to the offensive line, and there's 2 timeouts left on the board here for the Pirates. They're not going to use them, but might have thought about using them there.
Sylvester might have kept that game closer than it was last week.
He did. He had a great game. Talked to Alex today on his way in.
Second and 14 from the 15-yard line.
False start offense.
Now when you clock this in, does the clock stop here, Chris, at 29.5, or do they continue to run it at 29.5? It has to stop.
I don't think so.
Until the snap.
Because it was a running clock.
But I don't think it does either, which would mean that Appleton could run out the clock here in the first half because they'll get another 30, and now Coach Westman's going to call timeout.
You don't have enough timeouts to force a punt anyways, but
no, you don't. No.
Let's see, we might be switching out cameras at half.
Running low on batteries there, Chris?
No, we're running angry on the
light
lack of brightness.
So 15-7 here, 29 seconds on the clock. Trying to figure out how to do that right now.
First half, it's 35-21. Fondy.
It's a lot of points.
These offenses only wish they could get to that.
Correct.
Cade Myers is going to be defending Dylan Salmons, senior of Appleton East, leading receiver. The only receiver in the route near side. And Aaron Jones will hand it left side. Appleton East going to cut it up, and a big carry. Severson finally brings down Krug right.
That'll be the last play of the half. At halftime, it's going to be 15-7. Appleton East. Bayport will get the kickoff to start the second half.
Well,
Appleton East going to try to run one more play here before the end.
Bring a man in motion.
Aaron
Aaron Jones sprinting out. Is he going to be able to chuck one deep? Goes on far side, and it will be incomplete. And that will end the half. So, at the break, we have 15-7 our score. Appleton East leading Bayport. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
Pirate broadcasts are supported by Mark Minsloff, your local State Farm agent. Give Mark a call for all your insurance needs, 920-429-0044. Located at 1750 Velp Avenue, see Mark for your discount double check. State Farm agent Mark Minsloff says, go Pirates.
Jeff Deacon, Shore West Realtors, is your Howard Swamico real estate agent. Whether you're buying your first house or downsizing, Jeff has over 19 years of experience and can help find your dream home. Call Jeff at 606-3333 or visit jeffdeacon.shorewest.com. Jeff Deacon, Shore West Realtors, your local real estate expert.
Do you have any questions or comments? Get involved with the game. Tweet your questions and send your comments to Bayport Radio on Twitter at Voice of BP.
We're back to Bayport High School. We're at half in the last game of the season. It's Appleton East 15, Bayport 7. Appleton East went up on the first series on their second play from line of scrimmage. Went 65 yards for a touchdown, decided to go for the 2-point conversion, and they converted it, and so they quickly went up 8-7. Ken Barron waving to me as Ken's the grandfather of Logan Van Lannen, who made some big plays there in that first half. Bayport then came back and scored to make it 8-7 as Pirates' Cole Deppler hit the extra point to make it 8-7. Then Bayport had a huge stop, Chris, down at the inside the 1 yard line when Appleton was going to go in to score. However, could not move the ball away, could not get a first down, despite a great punt by Jericho Klein. Appleton took it on Bayport's 40-yard line and went in to score. Kicked the extra point, and that's where we are right now at halftime. 15-7, Appleton East leads this game. Trying to convert our other camera to give you a better look. And Chris, we talked a little bit about what's going on this weekend. A ton of things going on for Bayport. Tonight, actually, Bayport is taking on Kimberly in the first soccer game, and we do have that. And Bayport's up 1-0 in that game at the 42-minute mark. And so Coach Mraz down there in Kimberly, they knew that that'd be a good game. And Bayport, a young team, up 1-0 in that game as we're watching that along with giving you tonight's football game. And we talked about the big event really tomorrow is cross country.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Cross country meet is tomorrow at Black Hawk Country Club in Janesville. And not used to talking about cross country this time of the year, but we are used to talking about frost warnings. And so there is a possibility tomorrow morning they could have a little frost warning before the boys and girls take on Black Hawk Country Club. And we have two representatives from Bayport High School. And Chris, why don't you talk a little bit about them, and we'll talk a little bit about their performances in the sectional as they have the invitation to state now tomorrow.
Yeah, Bayport participated last weekend in the Stevens Point sectional. And the Pirates are sending two runners. The girls finished, I believe, 6th as a team. The boys finished 4th as a team. Stevens Point, I would assume, is going to be the heavy favorite for what would be the alternative fall season. They win your sectional, scoring 18 points. And if you're not familiar with cross country, for each finishing place, you get a point. So if you finish in first, you get 1, 2 for second. Bayport's Tony Adrianson collected 3 points for the Pirates, as he was the first Pirate finisher, finishing in 16:48. Although Bayport took 4th as a team, so individually he advanced to what is tomorrow's state meet.
It was an interesting format, talking to Coach Jameson, in that COVID protocol, all the teams at the sectional did not run at the same time, and so there were 2 separate races. Tony happened to race in the race that Stevens Point was not running in, and so did Connor. And so they didn't have a real good gauge maybe as regards to who the best runners at the competition were going to be. They combined times then, and that determined the team winner and the individual winner. Tony taking 3rd. Then Connor
comes in about 46 seconds later. Connor Barrand finishing 13th individually. And again, cross country, the top 2 teams advanced. So that would be, well, Stevens Point had 7 of the top 8 finishers. And then the next, typically 5 individuals advance. I'm not certain if that's exactly how it worked out this year because of the limited number of teams participating in the alternative fall. But so Stevens Point had 7 of the top 8, which would mean that Connor was behind Tony. And then there would have been 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he would have been the 6th best finisher that wasn't from Stevens Point.
Yeah, Stevens Point obviously with a loaded team. We'll look to see if they can win a state championship tomorrow. I know going into the race, Coach Jameson was pretty convinced that Tony had a really good chance of doing it. I see Tony running all the time there in the summer. The young man logs a lot of miles. I've watched him run a couple cross-country meets here at Meadowbrook Park. The kid's impressive, and so we wish him luck. And Connor, Coach Jameson, and before we went down, said Connor had a chance to do it. I think Connor was one of those wild card guys. Like if he ran really well, he'd have a chance to advance, and congratulations to him also. As you said, he ran a 17:34 and took 13th place. And so we wish them luck tomorrow. Coach Jameson, keep me updated. Text me or follow Mike Jameson on Twitter, and you'll get some updates in regards to the cross-country state tournament, the alternative state tournament. And like I said, the weather will be perfect for them probably to run in, as it'll be 45. I think the high tomorrow is in the 50s. And so hopefully a great performance by Tony and Connor. Maybe we'll get them on some broadcast to talk about their experience. I know the cross-country team trains extremely hard. They're a great group of kids. And, Chris, you were a cross-country runner.
Sure was.
In high school for Kiel. You have some fond memories, obviously. I think you ran in the state tournament. Is that correct?
Multiple times at state.
And so, obviously, that's apparent. And, it's like I said.
That's in Wisconsin Rapids, though. We never actually ran
at the Ridges.
In Janesville.
At the Ridges. And so we wish them luck tomorrow. Also, a number of other things going on, obviously, here in
Start with boys soccer tomorrow. Big one.
Big one. Soccer is going to be at Manitowoc.
Possibly Big Two.
Big Two. We hope for the Big Two. They will take on Green Bay Preble tomorrow at Manitowoc
Which
Lincoln.
Has kind of been a playoff nemesis.
Yes, it has
been.
Coach Herber and I talked about that last night right after they had their victory against Appleton East. A tough-fought victory. It was 1-1.
Is it Appleton East or Green Bay
I'm
East?
sorry, Green Bay East. Appleton East will be playing tonight. But 1-1 into that second period, and then Green Bay East kind of packed it in. Bayport eventually scored 3 quick goals to win 4-1. So they'll take on Green Bay Preble tomorrow at 11, and then the COVID protocol is they're going to play again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And so there'll be games at 11, 2, and 7, I think are the times of the games. Yep. And the Pirates hopefully win at 11. Then I think what would they do? They'd come back.
And see, that's so tough to talk with Coach Herber a little bit, messaging back and forth this morning. If you play the second game, you'd prefer play 11 and then 7 because 2 till 7, you're only getting like 2 hours off, right?
Yeah.
But it's an hour, plan on an hour drive down to Manitowoc to Ron Rubik Field, where the neutral site is hosting this. So you get there, leave here, 9 o'clock maybe? Do you want your kids to get on with their day? You want them to sleep in a little bit?
I don't think it matters that much, quite honestly. I think it's going to be, these are young kids. They're used to it.
Yep.
I think they probably, Bayport's the 1 seed going into that, so they probably gave the 1 seed the early game because I'm assuming they would consider that an advantage. However, you still got to play the game, right? So when the ball gets dropped and you start the game, I don't think kids are wondering, hey, by the way, I played at 11, and now it's 7. Boy, if I would have played at 2, and so we wish the Pirates luck tomorrow. I'm going to make it down there tomorrow for the first game, and also big doubleheader for the girls softball team, as they only have 1 loss on the season, and they will take on Green Bay Preble tomorrow here, starting at 9 and 11.
And Preble has no losses on the season.
Preble undefeated, so 9 and 11 here at Bayport. You want to come out and watch some good softball on our brand new softball facility, one that is very impressive. Come out and watch the Pirates. They've really lit it up offensively, hitting a number of home runs this year, and so we wish them the best of luck. The baseball team, undefeated on the year, they travel to Green Bay Southwest, and so some of these guys that you see playing out here tonight, like Jericho Klein, who pitched the other night, Eli Frank, who pitched the other night, Logan Van Lannen, who plays catcher. Just trying to think of others, but those 3 will be playing a doubleheader in baseball tomorrow, so quick turnaround time. And they'll be playing some baseball tomorrow. Boys tennis was supposed to play tonight against De Pere. They got rained out. Girls tennis is concluded. I'm trying to think of others. Track will start up next week with our first meet. And so just kind of a crazy time of the year with a lot of great things going on. And besides athletics, this week's the musical. And so tonight, junior-senior performance on the other side of the building. And tomorrow there'll be a freshman, sophomore, and a junior-senior performance. And so if you're interested in coming on out for any of those things, come out and do that as we continue to maintain COVID protocol, but we continue to give all the opportunities we can to our kids here in the spring sports season.
Monday, we're going to be out at Brown County. Again, we will have a walk-along broadcast for the golf sectional hosted by Bayport. And
they just come off a regional victory.
Correct.
Where you were out at Ledgeview, led by Audrey Dudra.
Avery,
Saw a 75, I think, was it tonight. And then 2-time state champion Joe Baranchek came in second place, shooting 78. Did Joe shoot?
79.
79. So looking forward to seeing them play next week. And
maybe stop out at the end of the round on Monday?
Yeah, I might do that out at Brown County. I think that'll be a good day. And Bayport girls golf team is one of the favorites to contend for the state championship. But first you have to play the holes that are in front of you and get through that sectional. and them and Middleton will probably be two of the top teams in the state of Wisconsin. They have competed against each other, and Middleton's got a very good team, so we'll look forward to that over the next couple of weeks as well. We plan on doing the state golf tournament from Kohler.
That's the plan.
If we could do that, so that would be great.
The Bayport sectional, I believe, is going to tee off late in comparison to the regional. Yeah, they're not going to tee off. The first Pirate golfer is going to tee off first at 10:51.
Now,
almost 2 hours later than the regionals.
Now, if you go play golf on a weekend and you play 18 holes, usually you play in about 4 hours. 4.5 hours is traditionally the round. And however, if you go to a girls' golf meet, now you're putting everything out. And so, and
no gimmies,
there's no gimmies. There's no gimmies when it comes to tournament golf play. But you're talking young ladies out there 6+ hours concentrating on the game of golf.
Oh, easily. We were out there 3 hour and 38-minute broadcast yesterday.
Right, for 9 holes. And so it is a not only a difficult sport to play, but mentally it's tough to stay in tune for that. And when you play golf, every shot counts. It's not like you get a chance to get a penalty and then just line it up and start from 5 yards back. It doesn't work that way in golf, and so we're looking forward to following all the Bayport sports as we kind of wrap up the school year. It's kind of hard to believe. We're 5 weeks, and we plan on coming back here June 13th, Chris, and having our graduation ceremony right here on this field. And so if you can picture it, if you're out here at Bayport, the stage will be set up at about the 10-yard line, facing to the concession stand. And so the graduates will be spread out. And the way we have it planned right now is we have about 500 graduates from the class of 2021. And they will span from the 20-yard line to the 20-yard line as we spread them out. So the graduates will take up our entire field, and we've invited 4 guests of each graduate. And so we'll have about 2,500 people here at Bayport High School for graduation in our stands. That's about half capacity. And so we're getting information out to families in regards to our plans for that. It takes a lot of work, and I thank Joe Weeble and Mark Hebert and Joe Wallander, my 3 associate principals, as we plan for that special day. As you know, last year we didn't have graduation. Well, we did. Just happened to be virtual. And so this year we're looking at getting back face-to-face.
We're going to step aside, take a break as we wind down halftime here from Bayport High School. We get set for the second half of football here. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Welcome to Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it where the world can find it, in the Titletown district next to Lambeau and in a league of its own. At Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, we've made sure every aspect of your experience feels like a home field advantage. With elite care from the same sports medicine's fellowship physicians who treat the world's best athletes. So whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game, or someone who just wants to get back to life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bell & Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown.
Jeff Deacon, Shore West Realtors, is your Howard Swamico real estate agent. Whether you're buying your first house or downsizing, Jeff has over 19 years of experience and can help find your dream home. Call Jeff at 606-3333 or visit jeffdeacon.shorewest.com. Jeff Deacon, Shore West Realtors, your local real estate expert.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. Don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
15-7 your score as we get set for half number 2 here from Bayport High School. Pirates to receive in half number 2. Hope that the video is a little better for you out there. As we get set for half number 2.
Mark Hansen claiming that he's going to the hospital with Joe Schluter's wife in case she's pregnant. So Mark always there with a helping hand.
I think the only reason why Katie goes into labor a little early is because of the yelling.
Mr. Schluter, Coach Schluter's in the box to the right of us, just kind of shaking his head right now. That's all
I would be too.
So would I.
So again, if you want to let us know where you might be listening from, we'd love to hear from you. Sharon DeGroot out there watching along. Karen Verkylen watching from Little Chute. Chris Beatty from Jim, Chris, and Easton. Chappie asked if we're trying to get the sun back out. Well, now the camera this way is a lot better video for you all.
Easton's out there listening. Easton, a big WWE fan. And so I know he's watched some WWE along with his dad, Sean, and he just turned 7. Sent me a little video. So awesome that he's out there listening and watching tonight. As his dad is probably at the musical, I'm assuming. So we got about a minute left here from a cool and chilly November. No, wait, not November. It's May evening.
The Zons are out there from Florida. Marshall's down there too.
Marshall's down in Florida.
Obviously, Mom and Dad, Stephen Eldry, are glad that he's visiting, but I think he's also happy that he gets out of the 29 degree, 31 degree wind
correct
temperatures.
And also probably happy that he can. Marshall's a great punter in his day. Played at Ripon. Not only a great pitcher, but punter. His parents, Stephen Eldry, we've talked about this many a times. Spent a lot of time with the Booster Club and raised a lot of funds and gave their time for Bayport to have the facility that they have here today. And quite a facility it is, with baseball, softball now being redone with turf on both. It's been great to watch baseball and softball games on those facilities. And so come on out and check it out. Check out some games. Like I said, softball doubleheader tomorrow at 9 and 11 right here at Bayport High School.
Also out there, as always, Aunt Allison and Uncle Jacob from Plano, Texas. Allison Barron.
Plano, just outside of Dallas, as we know now, Chris.
Yep.
Brushing up on our geography here.
We'll be back to the baseball scene for you. Monday we will not be because golf's going to go long.
Correct.
Although Monday, that should be a really good baseball game.
Hopefully, unless you're playing a short par 3.
Baseball's got Preble at home on Monday.
Preble, not the Preble team probably of the past.
Oh, no, because some kids graduated.
Correct.
Trevor Nye listening from Punta Cana.
Trevor? Wait, Trevor hasn't graduated yet.
Nope, but he's enjoying life.
Trevor, we got work to do yet, don't we? Well, he's virtual, so he can learn from anywhere. Trevor's probably zooming into his classes from Punta Cana, I'm sure.
Well, there are no classes on the weekend.
Correct. He must be just there for a short weekend stint.
12 minutes for the third quarter. It's 15-7 Appleton East, and we will start with an Alex Sylvester return from his own 13-yard line right side. Cuts inside the 25, outside the numbers 30. And Sylvester will set Bayport up. 11:54 third quarter as they trail by 8. And it's from their own 34.
As we start the last half of the 2020-21 football season.
Pirate offense with a receiver left and a receiver right. Their own 34-yard line, right side hash. Grzybelski to the left of his quarterback. Bring Barry in motion. Grizz trying to follow a pulling guard, and he'll be chased down from behind by Aaron Kohlberg, a 6 foot, 195-pound outside linebacker.
Appleton, he's doing a nice job there clogging the middle, as Grizz usually north-south runner have to kick that one outside, and he's tackled for a loss of 1. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make here coming out here in the third quarter.
2nd and 11. They mark it just a loss of 1. 3 wide in this formation. Out to the far side goes the 6-6-4 stack. Frank is going to hand it up the middle, and he gives it to Grzybowski for a gain of 3 to the 36. To bring up about 3rd and 8. There's a minute gone by here in the third.
Taken down by a host of Patriots players. Third down. Officially a 2-yard gain on the carry.
So 3rd and 8, first drive here for the Pirates. We've talked about it a number of games when we say Pirates are going to get the ball in the second half, and they really haven't been able to take advantage of that and put points on the board. So
I think that's been every possession.
I think it has. Just feels that way, Chris.
Frank, 3-step drop, throw far side, a comeback route. Mr. Dependable Joel Preston across the 45 to the 46. It's a gain of 10, and we're going to move the sticks.
Slot receiver there in Joel Preston, and he has been impressive during the course. I think you got to go to him. I said that in Pulaski, and we did go to him a few times, but he's dependable. Kind of Wes Welker-like. Or Danny Amendola. Who else was there out there?
Amendola, Welker.
Who's the guy that just retired? Edelman. There we go.
We're against the Patriots, though, not for
we
the
are.
Patriots.
We are against the Patriots
you
tonight.
Just listed all of them off from New England. Grzybowski up the middle. He's going to stutter step and jump right. Gets inside the 45. Grizz trying to take this one. The far side numbers 20-15. Matthew Grzybowski all the way to the end zone. 54 yards. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
Grizz with a little wiggle there as he got through the line. So Matt Grzybowski on cue, and we just said they haven't been able to take advantage of it. Eli Frank with a nice throw to Joel Preston for the big first down. And next play, Matt Grzybowski takes it to the house. Bayport with a chance to tie it up here at 15. Scorekeeper was nice enough to give us 12 points in that touchdown. So to tie it at 15.
Not for the extra point. We're at 13 right now. There we go.
Oh, you're right. Sorry about that, Chris. Forgot.
I didn't.
15-14 your score.
So 15-14 after 54 yards from Grzybowski.
Now Pirates looking for a stop. Your score at halftime from Kimberly. Kimberly trails Fond du Lac 35-28. Yep, that's halftime, folks. 35-28. Defense is optional, but offense is really good. Hard time seeing the score in the soccer game, as just the streaming makes it difficult to see the score. Bayport up 1-0 against Kimberly going into the second period.
Depler with the ground ball this time, kickoff, and it will be Appleton East to cover up inside their own 30. Mark at the 29. The Plumbers, after the freshman baseball parents getting together, drift in chilly. After the freshman pick up a win.
Laura sent a nice picture out on Twitter. A little cold out there tonight. I was going to walk over there, but I decided to watch from the press box. Not the press box on baseball, the football press box. It's a long view, but I saw the game from here.
You had your glasses handy, I see.
I did.
9:55 to go in the third quarter. Bayport leads by 1, and Aaron Jones is going to fake a handoff, reverse the other side. Keegan Severson with the tackle after a gain of almost 5.
Haven't seen that look from Appleton East as they kind of reverse pivot and bring that option play the other way.
You get bent and contorted in all sorts of weird ways if you're the quarterback in the option attack.
It definitely runs through you. There's no question about that.
One receiver far side as we watch on. Jones is going to try to keep it, and he will be spun down. And another big play made by Bayport's Josiah Azure, who's already got a fumble recovery tonight. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Van Lanen, a big tackle for loss earlier tonight. He is going to be on the right side of the defensive line. Bring in Sago in the middle, and Pirates at left end, Lasecki. Aaron Jones goes back under center. Send a man in motion. They're going to pitch, try to get wide. A couple of blockers out in front, and a big carry for Appleton East when they need 3. That play where they send a man in motion and pitch it to him. This time it's Cody Mattil.
They simply get the edge on that play. They've run it 3 or 4 times, Chris. Bayport unable to stop them as those ends crash down. They simply outnumber on the edge, and there's a big first down for Appleton East as Mo was on the side of the Pirates.
8:35 clock. Stop for the moment here from Bayport High School. 15-14 Appleton East. They went for 2 on the game's opening possession. Well, after a offsides penalty before we even snapped the football. Fullback to the right side, and Sylvester from his secondary position with a hit.
Alex, great game last week, solid game this week. Great kid. I told him finish this one strong tonight, Alex, and I'm confident he'll do that.
Appleton East went run for 6, run for 57, and they were off and going. And now Bayport is going to give 5 free yards. My single biggest pet peeve in all of football is as a defensive lineman, you are literally inches from the football and you jump across. There is no bigger pet peeve I have in football. None.
What about in life, Chris? Should we just make it, expand it a little bit?
Goodness.
Is that in your top 5 of life pet peeves too or not?
You literally line up less than 12 inches from the ball.
It's a Pop Warner play, Chris.
Just go on 2, right?
Right.
Ball is going to be handed left side again, and it's going to be Okrug right. And see, and there you have it possibly 2nd 11 run. Maybe not a certainty, but then you, because of the penalty, 2nd and 6, more so of a sure thing.
Bayport been penalized 4 or 5 times tonight. Appleton East 0.
I did get the stats at half from Mr. Jesse Schutte. Bayport only 46 total yards in the first half. Appleton East had 182. Bring a man in motion, and it's going to be the fullback right side again. Larry Lorbeck trying to hold on to Okrug right. The carry by Evan, the senior fullback.
So 2nd and 5. 7:20 and counting here. I know you can't see the clock, but we can. So we should really tell you how much time's left more often.
That's all right, because the score was wrong earlier anyways.
Right.
Melissa Boehm watching along with us. We have a request in. Pitch to the near side, trying to get the edge. Forced back inside by Sylvester. Alex will get the trip up for a tackle, but able to stretch out for the first down will be Mattil, and he's got enough for the first down.
Mark Husen would like us to do the last quarter from the sidelines and interact with the players.
I didn't bring the sideline mic.
Congratulations to alumni Josh Eagle, former football player, class of 2017, graduating from Carroll University tomorrow.
Nice. Bayport jumps again. 2 guys across the line.
He's going to graduate with a bachelor's in exercise science, and he'll continue on in the PT program for grad school. He was one of the only people at Bayport, I remember this too, to play both varsity soccer and varsity football as a kicker in the same year. So Josh, congratulations to you, and good luck in the future. And Thanks for that update. And the Bayport Pirates have jumped off sides again. It's becoming a habit. Is that your pet peeve by the chance, Chris?
1st and 5. Jones pitch it out. Till again to get the edge. Sylvester trying to track him down. He will, but again, they only need 5 to the sticks. They pick up 4. Under 6 to go in the third quarter. Appleton East clinging to the slimmest of leads.
Well, maybe if your wife's listening, she could send Miss some more pet peeves of yours, possibly. Could have like a top 10 pet peeve list in the fourth quarter.
I'd have to think what's on there even.
Well, she'd know. That's why we're asking. That's why we're going to ask her, Chris.
Would she?
Oh yeah, she definitely knows.
Quick quarterback sneak. And it's going to be inside the 16 to the 15-yard line. And now a late flag as it gets down to the 12. And nope, they'll bring back to the 15. But which way is this penalty from?
I think where it's thrown, it's on the Pirates.
Yep. Unsportsmanlike on Bayport. So that'll be an 8-yard penalty.
So Bayport, a number of penalties on this drive has allowed Appleton East to
6th Pirate penalty tonight.
Continue their dominance.
And Patriots keep on the ground with Okrug right on the left side. Gets down to the 1.
In that Fond du Lac Kimberly game, total first yards in the first half, 372 to 360.
Offsides call on Bayport as the quarterback sneak trying to go in, but I don't know that Appleton East was set either. These might cancel off. We'll see. They're offset.
Well, if it's going to be on Bayport, or it's because they would have blown the play dead. Equipment, yeah, too many men on the field. A very sloppy defensive drive as Bayport scores a touchdown to get momentum, and then almost has as many penalties as plays from line of scrimmage.
I was going to say we've had as plays, not just. So we're going to try 1st and goal from the half-yard line. And I'm going to guess Aaron Jones is going to duck under center and keep it. Yep, off left side into the end zone. Touchdown, Appleton East Patriots. Aaron Jones in for his 3rd touchdown tonight.
So after Matt Grisbowski has a big run to get the Bayport Pirates within 1. Defense unable to stop them as Appleton East lines up again in that interesting formation.
Fond du Lac onside kick to start the second half. They recover.
Wow. You usually don't see that out of teams in a game like that, but you did tonight.
Well, Kimberly thought they were going to double up before half with a score and then after, but not so much. Block in the middle. Logan Van Lannen, that'll make Uncle Jacob and Aunt Alyssa happy. 53 in the middle.
Grandpa Ken down there, Ken Barron. So Logan a little excited running off there. So that's a big point. Bayport now only down 7, 1 score away. Still can't see the soccer score. That's because the scoreboard is in the lights at Kimberly and just can't make it out. Looks like 1-0 yet Pirates.
That's the second blocked extra point this year from Van Lannen himself. Suppose I got to update the score. Kick to the far side. He'll be taking Sylvester again, his own 14. He'll run straight ahead, try to hurdle around the 30.
Keegan Severson down on the field. And Tyler will run out there and take a look. So 4:42 left here, third quarter. As this quarter is, Coach Krause's going to go out there and take a look as well. He's going to be up, and Keegan is going to get some help off the field, but I think he's going to walk it off, and he's going to be okay.
Manitowoc Ships leading.
Hey, their first win of the year, possibly.
Appleton, or rather Green Bay East.
Keegan's cramping up, I think, is what's happening.
4:42, third quarter. Pirates from their own 33. Tight end to the right, two receivers left for the Bayport offense. Grzybowski behind Frank. It'll be Grizz up the middle. He'll get across the 35 near the 36. Gain of 3.
So 2nd and 7 for the Pirates. 4:30 and counting here, third quarter. 21-14 your score. Bayport looking for a score to tie this football game up getting into the fourth quarter. Big series here for the Pirates.
Again, keeping 4 sticks spread out wide. Pirates try to pull, and Grzybowski's going to be pulled down for a loss of 2. Anytime Bayport's tried to pull, I haven't seen much much there at all.
Kind of gets clogged up in the middle, I would say.
Yeah, not much speed pulling around right now.
So Pirates now in a similar situation as they were in the last series. Went to Joel Preston last time, the former New England Patriot.
And he's going to go out wide to the top of your screen.
I'd look for the man.
Down to the bottom, Mitch Merhalski, speedster, ready for track season. Frank looking his way, and he will throw an intermediate route in front of the sideline. And the grab is going to be made right in front of the Pirates at the 48-yard line.
Mitch did a nice job keeping his feet in bounds there.
I'm not so sure he did.
Well, he did because the referee said he did, Chris.
Hey, if that was on the other sideline, I think we would have seen some safe calls, right?
I think Bayport was almost surprised they called that a catch. No one really cheered real loud. It was Joe Barry, or Sam Barry, all by himself out here on the edge.
Again, a 1-yard carry up the middle.
93 kind of tosses Matt late in that play.
Again, softball tomorrow morning.
Should be chilly.
You're bringing chili?
Oh, that's not a bad idea, Chris.
Play action. Eli Frank looking.
Wide open.
And he's got lefty inside the 35. A broken tackle from Nate Forstick down to the 20-yard line. Connection, 31 yards.
Sam Barry and Nate Forstick wide open on that play. Finally a crossing route in the middle of the field. getting the big 6'7" left-hander involved.
The Kennedys watching, hoping for a comeback. Lacrosse, first home game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against McGuanago.
Nice. That's here, too.
Well, that would be a home game.
That's right. Forgot all the stuff going on here tomorrow.
Grizz on a delayed left side, and he'll be stood up at the 20, a gain of 1. Hello from Jody Anderson, Spitzer. Brian Schaefer watching from Fish Creek.
Brian, probably got a little golf in today, I'm guessing.
Again, on Monday, we'll be out at sectional golf, bringing you the back nine from Brown County. We probably won't be on until 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish probably. Frank, a jump pass.
They go to lefty
Forsyth
again.
in the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. Nate Forstick, his third touchdown grab of the year. This one from 20 yards out. And the Pirates an extra point away from tying it up.
So the Pirates is 1:25 left here, third quarter. Have a chance to tie it up. And now hopefully can stop Appleton East, as Appleton East has responded each time the Pirates have scored tonight.
Bless you. So Deppler a chance to tie things up with the extra point. As it goes real quiet here. The kick is through. It's 21 apiece.
So 21-21, 1:25 left here, third quarter. Nate Forstack with two big catches on that drive. We've been saying they should go to Nate, and they've listened to us there, Chris.
Doesn't happen often.
That's great.
That they listen to us, I should say.
Or that they go to Nate.
The Frankers watching along with us.
Big day for them tomorrow. It's getting cold out. Little weather update for you. The game time temperature, 41 degrees, feels like 38.
See if I can update the social media and operate the camera for a squib kick near side. Ball is loose, and we're going to jump on it at the 29.
So, Chris, can the Pirates get a stop?
That's the defensive coordinators over there.
Yes, they are. Has Appleton East punted today?
They fumbled, turned it over on downs, and have scored.
Which means?
No.
No, they're not punted.
Aaron Jones trying to keep left side, and he will run into Azure.
Caden Myers, I think that was.
No, Azure.
Was that 29? Azure, the sophomores, had a big game tonight.
Jones going to get the pitch out, and Appleton East has the edge. They have a lot of running space out there towards midfield. Caden Myers, the tackle here with 37 seconds till the end of the quarter.
Bayport's been really good in between the tackles here in the last 2.5 quarters, except for that first drive. And however, on the edges, they've really struggled as Appleton East on that pitch play has gained big yards throughout tonight.
He still run one more play before the end of the third, it appears. Ball right at midfield. And they will hand it up the gut. And that is how the third will end. We'll step aside, take a break. 3 quarters in the books. 1 12-minute stanza left in the regular season. 21-21. You listen to Bayport Pirate football.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the acute injury clinic at Orthopedic Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The acute injury clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
We're back, but I saw one of the worst jump arounds by Coach Hansen. It's still happening right now.
That's not a jump.
Hey, it looks like a giant teddy bear out there in the stands.
It's waddle around. Pirates 133 yards of offense that quarter.
That's impressive after coming off a less than 50 in the first half.
All right, so Appleton East is going to march north.
Here's where we go. Need a
Fourth
stop
quarter.
here coming out here, Chris, in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 6. Appleton East on offense. And Jones is going to keep it, try to get outside. Lorbeck going to bring him down, but not before Aaron Jones gets to the 41. And Hunter goes by the nickname that his brother did as Larry. Going to come up a little gimpy. I don't know if it was his shoulder or his knee that he landed on.
His knee. He's going to stay in there, though, try to walk this off.
Try to steady the camera again. Jones of the wing to either side. Send a man in motion. Fullback dive right side, and it will be a first down. To the 39. 1st and 10, 44 seconds in. To the 4th.
FRCC School Notre Dame, they travel to Stoughton tomorrow.
Oh.
So a big game for them as they wrap up their season. They've had a great season. Will Zellner's been outstanding for them, the running back who will attend Eau Claire next year. So we wish Notre Dame luck tomorrow as they play Stoughton.
Laura Stever Burse, and that's my nephew, and Lefty scores a touchdown. 39-yard line, Appleton East going in. It's 21-21. Jones looking to pass, and he throws one deep for a wide open touchdown from Jones to Mattel. Wow.
You know, we saw that last week at Pulaski a few times, Chris, where guys are wide open, and obviously Appleton East has watched some game film.
Well, that's kind of that release, you know, Fond du Lac and Kimberly run
they
that.
run that same play. And Pulaski missed a couple of those, but
how many times do you think they actually run something on that formation? I'd imagine it's 0, right?
well, it appears if there's a if it's with tonight, 0. It looks cool, though. So just like it's happened all night long. Appleton East scores, Bayport comes back. Appleton East scores, Bayport comes back. Bayport needs to stop, can't get one. Appleton East scores, Bayport comes back. Appleton East scores. Now the question is, can Bayport respond? 28-21. Appleton East leads Bayport here. 10:47 left, fourth quarter. $41 degrees. wind chill of 38. Thinking about ice fishing tomorrow, it's probably a good call.
I don't think the ice is quite thick enough.
Wouldn't have to go far north, possibly, though.
I
think Bayport continues to lead Kimberly 1-0 in girls soccer.
They haven't allowed a goal all year.
Showed every team they played.
Pooch far side. That Bayport's going to bobble. It'll be picked up by an up back. You had two linemen trying to go Willie Mays.
Well, typically the rule is you don't go backwards, right? If it goes over your head, you let it go. In this case, two guys try to Willie Mays it, and that almost turned out very poorly, but the Pirates will take over from their own 33-yard line, 10:37 left here in the last quarter of football here in the alternative season.
Oh, shoot, I didn't change over to the fourth. Frank on 1st and 10. Pirates rolling out. And he's going to have to throw. He will near side. He's got Barry. Sam across the 50.
Sam Barry with his first catch. And what a great job by Sam as he comes back to the ball. Sam's kind of digged up again.
23 yards to the 48.
Big play by Eli there. Didn't force it there. Much better. Kept his composure. Hung in there. Knew a receiver would get open. And Sam doing a great job coming back to his quarterback.
28-21. East leading. Grzybowski up the middle. Busts it. Cuts right inside the 30. And Grzybowski to the 24-yard line.
This is how it's been all night long. Appleton East scores. Bayport comes back. Appleton East scores. Bayport comes back. So now Bayport trying to respond again and tie this game up, or maybe take the lead if they would try to go for two.
Mark at the 23-yard line. Grzybowski scored from 2 yards out so far and 54 yards out on his 2 rushing touchdowns. And now he's going to drag a defender down to the 15, the mark of the 16-yard line. And on YouTube and the Facebook live stream tomorrow morning, we will have softball for you. Bayport hosting Green Bay Preble in a doubleheader.
That's 2 games, Chris, isn't it?
Yes, it would be. Second and market, a long 3, low snap, and Bayport tries to make something of it, and oh my gosh, Eli Frank is going to save the football. A low snap throws off everything. You just got to pull it down and hold it. He tries to hand it off to Grzybowski, but the timing's thrown off. Grizz knocks it away from Eli, and somehow the defensive lineman can't rip it away from Elijah Frank.
Eli almost took the ball away from the lineman there. He's about to pounce on it.
You go from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 7 with that. Receiver left and right. Send Merholski in motion. It'll be Grizz up the middle, and he runs right into the back of his lineman.
And now you're 4th down, and the Pirates will go for it. So a big 4th down here for the Pirates as they've struggled stopping Appleton East here in the second half. We've talked about it. Appleton East has not punted in this football game.
8:15 clock moving in the 4th. Receiver left and right, 4-stick tight end to the right. Frank, play action, rolling out left, looking in the flat to Brighter, thrown behind Brighter. I don't think he was ever going to get the first down anyways, but it's incomplete. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
And now if you're Appleton East, they they can ground and pound them. Like I said, they have not punted yet tonight. So Jones comes out to lead Appleton East here, the Patriots.
Chance for Appleton East to put this one away in the first down carry by O'Krug Wright.
And they pick up a good chunk of change there, about 6 or 7. If you're Appleton East, it's exactly what you want. I mean, obviously you'd like to score, but if they can just be methodical and take it down the field, that'll make it very difficult on Bayport. Bayport needs a big play, possibly a turnover to get back in this game.
7.5 to go. Pitch out near side, a bobble. And a tackle by Jorgensen as Braden stops a large play.
When Appleton East has gotten the edge, and when they get, Pirates have not stopped them when they've decided to run the football outside.
Braden, one of those players that's played in their last quarter of football, right?
Correct. Hard-working young man. Larry Lorbeck down there, gimping around a little bit, so he's not in the football game, which definitely hurts the Pirates, as now their 4 starting linebackers this year aren't in the game.
Pitch out, late pitch out, and trying to get the edge again. Mattil is going to be pushed back, breaks a tackle, and he will reestablish his own forward progress, so he costs himself 2 yards to the 38.
Appleton East wants forward progress on that, but he simply bounced back and was still running the football.
Yeah, if he gets pushed back, you can give him forward progress, but then he started running again. Mattil on the carry. Aaron Jones did a nice job holding onto that pitch a little.
He's been impressive back there. He's deceptive with the ball and understands what he's doing, and he scored 3 touchdowns for him, Chris, right? Or 4.
6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Handoff left, and another big gash of the fullback for 7.
That's going to be another first down.
O'Krug Wright.
Fond du Lac up 57-28. So I thought Fond du Lac would win by 20 is what I said. That's how good I thought they were, but I did not see Kimberly play. And they right now are up 29
we said in the fall, had there been a fall season, Fondy would have been your state favorites from our vantage point. And off the right side, tackle will be made by Myers, and then he will hit the turf hard. Oh, sorry, 29. Missouri.
Missouri's had a nice game.
He has.
A lot of plays. He's only a sophomore.
You get a lot of these younger guys some real beneficial, well, basketball you'd call them minutes.
Right.
Just
you call them
snaps,
plays.
right? Get some meaningful snaps.
Lorbeck looking to come back in this football game, and we need him in there right now.
2nd and 5. Missouri Krieg, left side. Finally tackled A.J. Corshane on the tackle.
Another sophomore, Corshane.
Yeah, Bayport's defense littered with youngsters. That's not helping you right now as much. They haven't forced a punt tonight. They again, 2nd possession. Bayport recovered a fumble. That was Azure. They've had back-to-back turnover on downs, including at their own 1-yard line. 1st and 10 to the Bayport 45. Appleton East marching right to left across your computer screen. The visiting white uniforms, blue numbers on the red pants. Stop in the middle. Evan O'Krug right again.
So this drive, Appleton East has chopped up over 4 minutes on the clock. We're under 4 minutes in this game, 2nd and 8. I don't think Appleton East would punt from this position either, Chris. They've been running the ball well. And Bayport needs to stop desperately. 2 more timeouts. In this game, they could keep it for 8 minutes in this half.
Single receiver to the bottom of your screen. It's 2nd and 8. Bring Mattil in motion. Kruger right, trying left side. Gets a shoulder from Sylvester after a gain of 4. Brings
Alex
up
plays
3rd and
hard.
4.
And Ivan Robles Nunez with a tackle. He's been playing a lot, the sophomore.
You see down is Bayport defensive line coach trying to coach up the front. 3 minutes to go. Bayport down 7. Bayport don't jump on the defensive line. They won't, and now look to the sideline for a new play. Bring a man in motion again.
Back judge still hasn't started counting. He started counting
He's
now.
at 10.
Now they're going to call timeout. Seemed like a lot of time in between plays there. So they get it all the way down to 2:24. They've had this ball with over 8 minutes left to start this drive. And they're at 3rd down, and they're in 4-down territory, no question.
So Appleton East uses the timeout. Bayport still has 3. That's important, Mike.
That is, but you got to stop them first. I mean,
Right.
it's not important at all if you can't ever get him in a 4th down situation.
Do you just sell out for run?
Have to. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see Appleton East try to get the edge here. And maybe get a big play. It's Bayport definitely. Well, you have to sell it for a run. You don't even worry about the pass right now. But
Although that's how the go-ahead score was.
It was.
You don't worry about the pass, and then
they got a lot of young players in there too right now.
Mattil, right up the gut. Appleton East trying to secure the 2nd consecutive winning season. They come into tonight 3 wins, 3 losses. .224. Send Mattil in motion. They're going to try to get the edge. And he cuts up, gets chopped down, but not before he crosses the 35 to the 34.
Not to Coach Westerman, you got to think about when you're going to use your timeouts. And he's going to take one right
Here's
now.
number 1 with 2:18.
So you're 1 first down from winning this football game. Running out the clock, honestly, for 8 minutes on this drive.
Roughly 8:27 is when the drive started.
Some people leaving right now to get a beat the traffic.
I don't know if I'd consider the stands even a 5th of the way full from capacity. We just crossed 9 o'clock. Chris and Mike, NEW Sports Radio,
Past my bedtime, Chris.
NEWSportsRadio.com. Great to have you along here on the YouTube stream, Facebook Live. Great to have you guys along with us throughout the entire duration of the football season. And the video incorporated will be something that will always continue, I believe, in the regular season, that is.
I would agree.
So Bayport used their first timeout, and they need to stop them here on this set of downs. And now Appleton East is going to keep looking for that fresh or free 5 yards, as you should, right? Bayport's jumped 3 different times tonight. Krug right off the left side. It'll be Lorbeck with a tackle.
And the
carry
Pirates
for 3.
Call timeout, use their second.
.214. Aha.
Aha. Take on me. Little music in the background as we.
One of the songs that vocally I can't get up to that high note.
I can't?
No.
I thought you could hit that, Chris.
You know what?
Singer in your day?
When I look at you and then I think of this, all I think of is. You know how long 5 seconds is?
3 seconds. Yes. 3 seconds is a long time, Chris. We got like karaoke going on up here right now. I wonder what Hanson's doing down there. It's very quiet.
.214 fourth quarter.
Can the Pirates get the ball back and have a chance?
28-21. Appleton East has the lead in the football. Bring a man in motion. Appleton East again has drawn Bayport 4 times tonight. Offsides. 2 defensive linemen, 2 times on linebackers. Dive up the middle. And Bayport gets a TFL from Larry Lorbeck again. Hunter, number 7, busting through. And now it's 3rd and 7. Again, today's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food, and Irish Spirit. Bell & Health, Titletown Sports Medicine, and Orthopedics. By Jeff Deacon and Shoros Realty. By State Farm agent Mark Winslow. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists. The Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. Just J Creative, website and brand development. North Shore Bank, the Bank of You. Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Jeff Deacon just helped sell a house for first-time homeowners a week ago.
That'd be you.
Yeah, that's who accepted our offer.
Oh,
or we
outstanding.
accepted their offer.
Appleton North beat Neenah tonight, 38-6. I think that might sum up the differences in divisions. So a huge play here. Bayport, no timeouts left. 4 down territory for Appleton East.
Appleton East, single receiver. Send the man in motion. Krug right up the right guard, and he will gain a yard, maybe 2, and be pushed back. So the Pirates get a stop. We're under 2 minutes. Clock is moving. Bayport can't stop it again.
Larry Lolbeck has come in and done a great job for the Pirates.
He had to prove to the trainers that he could come back in. It's 4th and 4. They
don't,
need.
Please don't jump off sides. Because that's what you're going to see Appleton East do, is run this all the way down and call timeout.
They need the 24. They start the play from the 28. Single receiver, top of your screen. Bring a man in motion.
And that's what you saw happen, and Bayport says, none of that in our house.
And Appleton East will take a timeout.
It's not this time.
1:20.
So as you said, Chris, Appleton East took this ball back after Bayport turned it over on downs with about 8:26 left. And they are 5 yards from taking a knee and running it out.
You get a 5-yard penalty, then obviously would mean that you lose.
The soccer game is completed. I think Bayport was victorious.
You look on the Twitterverse?
I didn't look. I have been looking on the Twitterverse, but the score clock is now dawn.
Can let us know where you're listening from before football comes to a close here. And it's kind of nice about the spring. You knew when it was going to end, right?
Right.
This was it.
This was it. You knew you were going to play this week, no matter how well your season was going, and the season didn't really go as expected for the Pirates. They started off with 2 victories over Preble, and then a nice come-from-behind victory over Stevens Point, where they really played well in the final 3 quarters. But after that, it's been a struggle for the Pirates, and they hope to get the ball back and have a chance yet to tie or win this game.
4th and 4.
Oh, they got a guy wide open again.
Throw it down the middle, a seam route into the end zone. Touchdown Appleton East as they get the split end. Leomani Skiskaham.
So we've seen that play a couple times. You talked about it. Fond du Lac runs it. Kimberly runs it. Pulaski ran it out of a totally different formation last week, but Bayport just unable to stop it. And a good pitch and catch there. He wasn't wide open. He was really open, but not wide open. And that is going to put probably an end to the Bayport season. The only benefit to that, Chris, is if they would have got 6 yards, they could have kneeled it out. And now you score quick. Onside kick.
So Jones to 7 Siscum. And 28-yard touchdown pass.
So 34-21.
A minute 14. See, that was the first part. You needed to stop, and then you needed to score anyways.
Right, well.
Now we're going to see if they can just score, right?
Correct.
Pirates win their season opener against Preble. They win at Stevens Point in week 2.
That's it.
And we take a loss, and tonight will be 5 straight. Kick out of bounds. Bayport will take it at the 35.
And they're going to make him
kick it again. They're going to make him kick it again.
Yeah, if you're the Pirates, I think that's a good call. You rarely see Coach Resterman do it, but if they're going to keep kicking it out of bounds.
They've done it once, Mike.
Yeah, and we turned it for a touchdown. It was Cordell Tinch, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to kick it again.
So the official's got it at the 40. He's going to back it up 5 yards, right? Put it to the 35.
Correct. It'll be the 35. So 1:14 left, and they'll re-kick. And we're going to re-kick it again. So they're going to go back again. I don't really understand it at this point.
Well, now the ball would be near the midfield. Now you might just take the football.
Why not? Why? You have to score right away. And we're not. We got a better chance scoring on a kick.
You want to take it at the 48 or no?
I wouldn't.
No, you're going to make him kick it? Okay.
I'd make it kick it again. But we're going to take the ball.
No, that's their special teams talking things over now. If They want to run a special play at all.
I'd make him kick it again. And now they go, no, we're going to decline it. Offense comes on the field. They're going to take it at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's at Appleton East 47. I think you'd take that all day.
You know, the bottom line is you have to score. You have to get an onside kick. You got to get the ball back. You got to score again.
Correct.
Not to say that's never happened in this game of football.
Not with this offense this year.
So I'd have to agree with you on that, Chris.
Say it how it is. We're not going to sugarcoat it.
No, and we haven't. I think
No.
during this difficult time, we've been fair. You know, Bayport has really struggled. A lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively has struggled getting leads, really, in games early on.
I don't think they're going to run the ball here. Bring Merholski in motion, and they're going to pass it to him and try to get the edge. Mitch with blockers in front, bouncing near side. And he will get out of bounds at the 40. Again of 8. Interesting. That's a play that you risk not getting out of bounds on.
Right.
But you also see Appleton East drop so many guys back.
Bayport wins 2-0 against Kimberly in girls soccer. So congratulations to Coach Mraz, Coach Boots. Good start to the season.
Motion, play action, looking deep. Frank will throw one, and it's going to be tipped just in front of Joel Preston. Third and 4. The 11U baseball teams watching from the Wisconsin Dells.
Good luck to them tomorrow. A little chilly out there playing ball, but
I suppose you can get them watching football after the water park closes, huh?
I'm guessing that's how it worked. Fond du Lac leads 64-35 with 9:55 left.
Frank. They're going to hand it up the middle, and Grzybowski on 3rd and 4 is going to dive inside the 29. Now Bayport's got to get to the line, perhaps spike it. We're at 58 seconds. Clock will start, and it'll get down to 54 when they spike. Bayport at the 29. 54 seconds. Again, the Pirates have to score, recover an onside, and score again. You can't do step 2 and 3 without doing step 1, though.
And toss a few extra points in there.
Frank, play action. Throws a seam to the fullback, Brighter, inside the 15. Breaks a tackle down inside the 10. Sam going down near the 5. Sam Brighter on the catch down to the 6. Now Bayport's going to try to spike it. 43 seconds.
So 43 seconds left. Pirates need to score, onside kick, get it back, score again. Why not? Why not, Chris?
Forsteck split out wide to the near side. Do they dare throw it up for grabs for him? Frank looking over the middle to Merholski. Incomplete. I was not in their thinking on that play.
Nope.
The only Pirate receiver with multiple touchdown catches on the year was Forsteck with 2 coming into tonight.
He got his 3rd tonight.
Yep, 20-yard reception. It was back in the tail end of the 3rd quarter. Frank looking to right, flushed out, looking to pull it down and step up. He's going to either get in or get out of bounds. He leads for the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
By Eli Frank.
Now don't be stupid. I just say that because he spiked one earlier this year that cost you an extra point.
He did.
got to be smart. Now you're down by 7 with 30 seconds left on the clock. Boy, what an effort by Eli.
Yeah, I didn't think he was getting in.
If he does not get in, that's
over.
Clock is going to keep on running. Now you have special teams coach talking things over. Depler towards the uprights. That operation has been good. 30 seconds. Pirates able to score in 44 seconds. They go 47 yards. And it ends up with a 6-yard Frank run.
Not something I don't think the Pirates practice all that much, but not many high school teams do, both on onside kick and recovery. So we'll see if the Pirates can execute this and have a chance to get the ball back with 30.4 seconds left and win this football game.
Now, what type of onside do you try?
I don't know how many they have in their playbook.
Right. Depler, only a sophomore. Didn't start the year as a kicker. Not a natural kicker. Do you drag it with the kicker? Do you try to pop it up somewhere? Do you get
I think you kick it, you drag it into the front line, and you hope to see what happens. I mean, you're not practicing this play all that much like you would in NFL games, obviously, or college.
Depler is going to try to drag it forward. The ball's got to go 10 yards. It will be loose far side, and Appleton East will jump on it. Bayport's going to have it.
So Bayport recovers the football, and it's Tyler Carlson who comes up with the ball. And I think what Appleton East is saying
is it never went 10
yards.
Well, as long as And
so they can't really reverse the call. They made the call.
As long as Appleton East touched it.
We really don't know what happened, Chris. All we know is this. We got the football.
30 seconds to go. No timeouts. Now what? You got to get out of bounds at all costs.
You do. Well, you get a first down, the clock stops. They reset the chain. So I'd play in the middle of the field right away.
Frank, 5-step drop. Good protection. Looking to air one. Throw one near side, and he overthrows everybody.
I think you run someone right down the middle of the seam, Chris, and you get a first down, and then you spike it, and you got 2 more chances to go to the end zone. But I'd go right down the middle of the field right here. Because if you get a first down, it's going to stop till they reset the clock, not like NFL where we just keep ticking.
Your 2 biggest plays today were the 4-stick pass.
I'd go to 4-stick right here down the middle of the field.
Or the brighter pass, and again, to your point.
Right in the middle of the field.
Yep. 24 seconds. Receiver to either side of the line. Frank, 5-step drop. Looks to air one near side, looking for Preston, and it's going to go off of Joel's fingertips.
Joel made a really nice play on that ball.
19 ticks of the clock left, and it's 3rd and 10. Boy, you gave yourself a chance here. Can the Pirates finish? A dramatic comeback. From the midfield marker. Eli Frank, play action, looking left. He throws, he's got Brighter up the seam.
They're going to stop the clock.
He's got it to the 39 with 15 seconds. Bayport's got to get back to spike.
And now you got a chance once you spike it.
13 seconds.
Now you got a chance to go to the end zone.
39, 13 seconds.
You got 2 plays to go to the end zone right here. And you got a chance to get it there from the 40. I like that play. It's been a while since Coach Westerman's listened to me.
Well, this year I would have listened to you a lot more than the rest of the playbook. Pirates still going with just one receiver to either side. Merholski to the near side. Frank flushed out right, looking deep down the far side. He throws one over the top of everybody into the end zone. It's going to be picked off. Back of the end zone, Appleton East. And that will close this one out. Patriot football with just 7 seconds left.
Let's give a round of applause for our Bayport Pirates for a great season.
So the Pirates will fall to Appleton East 34-28, Chris. Exciting comeback.
First down and 10 from the 20.
And Appleton East will take a knee, and this one will be over.
And that is how this one comes to a close. Mike, the Pirates, they dropped their last 5 games of the year. This one 34-28. The season comes to a close.
Yeah, difficult season for the Pirates, but we're going to turn around here and bounce back and get after it again here in just a couple months. It'll be an interesting turnaround time. We'll get back in the weight room. We've got a nice group of young players here, and both teams tonight decide to shake hands a little bit, which is not usually the case. But tonight, football season's over, so from a COVID standpoint, I suppose you're still going to play different sports, but not recommended. But they've chose to do that, and that's their choice.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
And that's kind of where we're at right now. And so the Pirates fall 34-28.
Well, Mike, appreciate another year.
No problem.
7 seasons in the book.
7 seasons in the books.
The only thing to wrap up now will be the spring sports and golf and soccer yet.
Gotta love it.
Still things going on, and then we'll get to baseball, softball heavily, and we'll see where that takes us.
Our next broadcast is?
Tomorrow morning. Baseball, or rather softball against Green Bay Preble. We'll have that from the Bayport Softball Diamonds. Doubleheader against the Hornets. And then we'll see what we have coming in the coming weeks. Monday, golf, back 9 at Brown County of the sectional. And
exciting time of the year. Hopefully it warms up a little bit.
That would be nice. That would be nice. So for Mike Frieder, I'm Chris Learman. Bayport falls final. Score is 34-28 from Pirate Stadium at Bayport High School. Have a wonderful evening, Howard Swamico. You've been listening to Bayport Football